Good morning, folks. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We're going back to that horrible world known as the JRC. But before we do the usual disclaimers, and I do apologize for looking like a bobblehead bum, but yeah, I'm tired. I did not feel like dressing and playing the doll today, right? I'm tired, I hurt, and I'm old. First of all, before we get into anything, congratulations to Captain Corey. Folks, we were able to get him to over 100,000 subscriptions, so that was awesome. And now, can I discuss the stupidity of what I just saw? I really do need to stop jumping on Twitter right before I start doing these videos. I really do. Because why the fuck is somebody attacking Gina Duders right now? What the actual even fuck are you up to? I don't care if you are jealous of Andy Signor. Don't give even two shits. Sit the fuck down. He went out of his way, tagging celebrities, to help this poor kid be able to cross one thing off of his bucket list. You're gonna tear into him about it? You're gonna tear into fucking Gina over it. He's not preying on this kid. As someone who was preyed upon as a child, I can tell you, with experience and expertise in said area, he wasn't preying on anyone. He was helping the kid meet his goal. Sit the fuck down. What the hell is wrong with some of you people? You want to take away a kid's joy, his family's joy, just because you're jealous of one dude because he got to go meet Joni and you didn't? Really? Is this really what we're going to do this morning? Because I've had a lot of steam built up from the special level of Christmas stupid that is call center sales. And I have no problem unleashing it on anyone who's going to attack Gina. She's done nothing fucking wrong. In helping this kid, Andy didn't do anything wrong. I know some of you all have your opinions. That's alright. I do not. I do not know the facts. I work tirelessly all the time. When I'm not on the phones, I'm following Agape and the JRC. Okay? I don't have a lot of time. I catch what I can when I can. But it is ridiculous to attack him and attack her for helping a child reach their goal and tarnish this young man's victory that he got to have. What the hell is wrong with you? What the actual hell is wrong with you? I am very glad that this young man and his parents hasn't seen this shit yet. You step off. Gina hasn't done anything wrong. Steven hasn't done anything wrong. Andy was helping. If you can't understand that, then maybe this particular community just isn't for you. I know this world has been deprived of, common decency for more decades than I care to contemplate at this moment. But my God, how absolutely lacking in humanity do you have to be to go and attack one of Joni's friends who is stuck by him through hell? Because you don't like one fucking guy. Why are we attacking someone who helped a child reach a goal? I don't often get hope in neurotypical society. I really don't. Being able to see that video where Corey hit the mark and cheer made my morning. I go on Twitter to celebrate with everybody else him making this marker. This is what you're gonna do? Fuck you. Get the hell out, because this is not the community for you. Sorry, folks. This shit pisses me off. You have a young, disabled kid who's been through major surgeries. He meets his marker because big YouTubers went out of their way to help Donnie and other celebs backing this kid be able to meet his Make-A-Wish goal. And then they go and attack Gina. Over what? What? What did she do? I just can't with people. This is why I'm antisocial, folks. This shit right here, this petty, backbiting, bitter bullshit is why I'm antisocial. Just saying. Go take a fucking look in the mirror. Go attacking people for no damn reason. Alright, now to the disclaimers. In the description box, folks, you're going to find a link to the article that the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read. It's written by NeuroClastic, a small non-for-profit started by autistics for autistics, wherein they interviewed and surveyed over 900 ABA professionals regards to the JRC's quote-unquote behavioral modification program. Matter of fact, the JRC doesn't want you to read this article so much, they have threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic has refused, so you know the drill, folks. Please read that article and share on all your social media. We also have the pertinent link, We also have linked in their NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding, folks, in case the JRC has the balls to see through with their threat. We also got the pertinent links to the Agape boarding school situation as well. Agape boarding school is a Christian-themed boarding school based out of Stockton, Missouri, that has, and pending, over 21 claims, allegations, and civil lawsuits leveled against it, with allegations that have been substantiated with hard evidence by the Missouri Department of Social Services that include rape, sexual assault, sodomy, and child abuse, psychological and emotional abuse, child trafficking, and starvation, just for starters. We've had one former staff member arrested by the FBI, another a doctor who still lives on the premises with full access to those kids, is also up on substantiated claims from the Department of Social Services of sodomy, rape, and sexual assault of the students there. You've got an attorney general who can't seem to figure out how to do his actual job and is too busy basically suing Biden over bullshit to do his job properly. And you've got a governor on a power trip from hell. Please get me the fuck out of here. So, folks, please share those links and don't forget to share and sign the change.org Shut Agape Boarding School Down petition. Got the pertinent links to the Stop the Shocks campaign as well, including Autistic Hoya's massive archive on the subject, the templates, and the ever-present self-explanatory change.org Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center Down petition. We got Jennifer Masumba's behavioral sheet of shockable offenses, as well as a link to a clip that's a part of the 7-hour ordeal undergone by Audrey McCollins in 2002. Folks, when we discuss the JRC, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please use your headphones, all right? All right, this channel is marked not for children for a reason. We use profanity and we talk about dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and watching this channel, parental supervision is advised. All right, folks. Now that I've just once again entered into how I'm just done with humanity, that we can't even have one joyous moment where we celebrate the achievements of a young kid who's gone through hell without somebody pissing all over it. Let's get into this, okay? Now remember, trigger warning, we are about to descend into the mad ravings of the lunatic mind that is known as Dr. Matthew Israel. He will victim blame. He will gaslight. He will appeal to authority. He will have abuse apologencia and lie after lie after lie. So just prepare yourselves for that, okay? All right, those who oppose, he's going to call ineffectual treatment with positive-only procedures. Can I say again, doctor, as a doctor, you're supposed to be unbiased. You are talking about programs that you don't understand, that you've never utilized or practiced ever inside your center, sir. How do you know that they're ineffective? But the data says it's only 60 to 70%. In actuality, folks, that's a big fucking number. Especially when we're talking about when you need to individualize care. Because not every autistic, contrary to popular belief, we're not all the fucking same. One treatment that works for this guy is probably not going to work for me. But we don't even digress into that, because you're talking about a guy who's spewing shit about programs and procedures that he doesn't understand. So let's get into it. I'm gonna love to rip this to shred. I've been waiting all week for this shit. Those who oppose the use of aversives in behavioral treatment assert that the difficult behavior problems can be treated without the need for using aversives. The philosophy of those who take this approach is often called positive behavior support. Doctors James Mullick and Eric Butler have written excellent explanation of positive behavior support movement. Oh, for fuck's sake, now we're going to say it's a movement? It's not a movement, doctor. It is a treatment program. But I'm supposed to understand and just go with your take on it? Anyone who's going to sit there and tell you that a medical treatment program is a movement is a moron who shouldn't be listened to by anyone. Like, what even is this garbage? It's not a philosophy, doctor. It is a medical treatment program. By the way, there's another lie, and this is going to tell you how you know that he has no idea what the fuck he's even talking about. There is more than one fucking approach in positive behavior support. First of all, he doesn't even get the name right. It is not positive behavior support. It is called positive behavior reinforcement. In my explanation of how it works, please listen to this, and then we're going to compare it with his dumbass commentary, shall we? Positive behavior reinforcement acts within the bounds of a full assessment done. It takes in strengths as well as weaknesses. It doesn't just focus on the goddamn behaviors. It focuses on the whole child. I know, what a concept, right? It works on and helps build up the strengths already there, as well as addressing some of the other issues. Positive behavioral reinforcement. It's about building on the strengths that are already there, taking note of where the difficulties are, and then providing, I know, shocker, reasonable accommodations, coping mechanisms, and skills that are taught. And also, of course, rewarding the person when they are able to meet milestones. Milestones, folks. This is a term in these programs. When they're able to meet small milestones along the way to help them improve on a particular behavior that might be causing them to not be so independent. You know what I mean? That is positive behavioral reinforcement. Again, how can you trust a dude's take on a program that first calls it a fucking movement and two, can't even get the name right? You can't. You can't. And there's problems with positive behavioral reinforcement. I'll give you that, doctor, because it's still operating under the thesis that we must mask every single goddamn day of our lives. Okay? There's some positive aspects to it, but all in all, it's still forcing us to mask. Okay? But now, let's see what this dumbass has to say about it, shall we? All persons of goodwill. Oh, for fuck's sake. Who are you, doctor? You trying to play Santa? What the hell? Including all clinicians at JRC, wish that positive-only procedures would be robust enough by themselves to treat the most severe disorders. I'm going to stop you there, doctor. You want to know why it's not robust? Because you do not do an entire full functional fucking assessment. All you do is focus on the behaviors. You do not pull up strengths. You do not build on those strengths. You do nothing to help what is already there. You only focus on the goddamn negative. Of course, it's not. You're sitting there saying it's not robust enough by itself. It can't treat them. It just can't, dude. You can't even get the fucking name right. Why am I supposed to trust you on your take? Are you kidding me? If this were true, there would be no need for the JRC to use adversives, and JRC would immediately stop using them. Bullshit! I smell bullshit, and it's way too early in the morning. Okay, doctor. We would stop immediately, of course. No, you wouldn't, because you're absolutely insistent that your take is the only one that is right, and everyone who comes up to you with a counter argument must be wrong. Your opinion is the only opinion that matters. You think you're the only fucking expert on this planet for people with severe behavioral disorders. Sir, you are wrong, and you are full of shit. Full of shit. Paul's sister works for the Oregon police. She's a psychologist there. She specializes in criminal extreme behaviors. I would take her assessment over Dr. Israel's any day of the fucking week and twice on Sundays. Okay? She has not had to use adversives to treat her patients who are actually people who have gone out and committed violent fucking crimes. And yes, we are talking about repeat offenders. She has not once had to strap them to a fucking electronic device and shock them within an inch of their life until they end up in a fucking ER. But it's okay if we use it on disabled people, doctor. Doctor. Really? The actuality is the JRC is convinced that their take is the only take, and anybody who dares naysay them, they must be wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. They're too stupid, us disabled people, to know what's good for us. It goes on. In actuality, when the doctor tries to take on these programs, he doesn't have the first fucking clue about what he's talking about. Because he's convinced his way is the only way, he doesn't want to hear about the other programs and treatments that are out there because he's already convinced that he is right. And anybody there who dares naysay them, well then why didn't it work on those kids? Because they were never used. A program cannot work if it was never used, especially if it was never used properly. And doctor, may I take you again back to my point that there is no one size fits all in fucking medical treatment, especially when you're talking about developmental disabilities and mental illness. You can't use chemo to both treat cancer and cure the common cold. The same principle here, folks. There is no one size fits all. There is no one treatment that is going to encompass every single one of the students there and cure them, okay? But Dr. Israel would have you believe otherwise. We gotta start thinking with our fucking heads here, folks. Alright, I'm gonna close out on that. And, of course, I'm front-loading, so I'll be doing another video after this. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few that we do tend to get removed from time to time. So please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time this morning. And as always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.